This is an excellent technique for you to do for any kind of soreness in the quads, be it whether you're working out, in between workouts, after a workout, normally sitting at a desk. Anytime those quads are sore and achy, feeling weak and sluggish, this is an excellent technique to do to break that up, to change that, to get them feeling back to being vibrant again. And the good thing is, you don't need any tools for it. The only thing you need is your elbow. We have it everywhere we go, so we're going to use it today to get into that quad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a fist with that hand, put my other hand on top of that elbow, and simply lean my weight into it. I'm going to come forward, starting from the waist, and work down towards my knee. Now, as I do this, I want to imagine 3 different lines down my leg. One down the inside, one down the top outside, and one down the top center. So 3 lines right down the top of my leg. I want to follow down the inside one first, putting some pressure in. Again, first just going straight down, perpendicular to my thigh. So you'll notice that as my leg gets down off the edge of the table here, I gotta change my angle a little bit because the thigh slopes down, so I'm going perpendicular. I don't want to slide down into my knee just yet. I'm gonna go down the top, middle, the top outside, gotta lean out a little bit. Sometimes you can even cross over if you're flexible enough. I'm just gonna use this one because it's a little easier for me. Coming forward. And again, direct pressure straight down, working into that quad. Doesn't have to be too long, right down the center. This is my favorite line to go down. It feels really, really good. And now we're gonna go down at an angle. So it's almost like I'm gonna be trying to scoop out. Like I'm a piston going in, pushing forward, coming out. In, down, like I'm burrowing. And again, you can go down those 3 lanes again. The inside one, the outside one. Doesn't have to be too hard. Hard enough that you can feel like, ooh, that's getting in there. Not so much that you're dying in agony. You can even go back upwards on this one too. It feels nice. Come backwards with that motion. The next one we're going to do after we do all 3 lines is putting that elbow in and now kicking that leg back and forth. And you'll notice this has an entirely different sensation. We're going to want to hold each of those positions for 2 to 3 kicks. And what's going on here is as my elbow's putting pressure down on that leg, the muscle underneath my skin is moving back and forth. So as I straighten my leg, that muscle is being pulled back. And as I let that leg down, that slack's going forward, and that muscle is going forward as well. But the pressure is staying directly down from that elbow, tacking it down and allowing that tissue to be flossed through, almost like a cloth through a sewing machine. I'm gonna keep going back and forth, moving down an inch or so at a time. You might find that inside part of the knee, the teardrop, super, super tender if you're an athlete or very active. Stay a little extra on there, get a little extra TLC. And then last but not least, once we come all the way back up with it again, we're gonna go a little side to side. So we're gonna get that elbow in, and we're gonna go back and forth, rocking that cross fiber. Back and forth, back and forth. You can do some leg motions too if you want. It's kind of like free territory, free game at this point. Move it back and forth. Some circles with the elbow works as well too. Change your angles. But again, remember, you're doing all 3 lines. I'm doing just one for sake of the video and shortness right now. We want to start with that front part of the middle line, the front part of the outside line, and the front part of the central part of your leg. First one just going in, straight compression, hold it for a second or 2, come back out. Straight compression, hold it for a second or 2, come back out. Next, the scoop, digging in and slide. Go in and slide. You can go down the leg with that one. We can also go in and slide back up. Third, pressure in, tack and floss. Allow that leg to be moved back and forth so those tissues can slide and glide a little better. Fourth, side to side, cross fiber mobility. Taking all those tissues and separating them out now. We squished them down, we lengthened them out, and now we're separating those tissues. And then last, a little freestyle, circles, compressions, whatever feels good. You can also take your forearm and just use as a rolling pin. and roll down the quads. A really nice, simple one to do as well. Gets in some different areas. I like putting my other hand on top. Takes a little bit of effort out of the way. Allows me to add a little bit more of my body weight. Gives a little deeper pressure. Takes a little less effort. Then after that, give yourself a couple kicks. Take a walk around. See how you feel. If you like the video, remember to like, subscribe, and share with an athlete or friend and family member. And of course, leave your comments below and let us know how this helped you improve.